Ketä nää on? Opettajia vai? Rakkaat opettajat.
Board members, President Dick McCluskey, Head of School Bill Pa, parents, grandparents, friends, teachers, and graduating seniors. It is my honor to introduce the 2002 graduating ceremony of the International School of Kuala Lumpur. Over the course of the next 2 hours, you will hear students, teachers, and administrators address topics of special interest to our graduates as they prepare for the remarkable journey beyond high school. I must admit that following the events of September 11th, I began to believe that your journey beyond high school would not be easy. The world outside is a cold world, a cynical world. Not since World War II has the world been mired in conflict that affects almost all of humanity. We read about clashes every day in the newspaper, incursions into the heart of Afghanistan, tensions between India and Pakistan, Israelis and Palestinians facing off in refugee camps, and many other examples of people fighting people. So much hatred and so much divisiveness in our tiny home we call planet Earth. What you have experienced over the last 12 years of your life and are about to gain more about over the next 4 years just may be the perfect antidote to and against ignorance, against aggression. And it comes in a simple word with just 8 letters: learning. This word is an antidote because when we learn, no matter who we are and where we come from, we are still marveling at the beauty of a sentence or cadence by Shakespeare, or by an idea by Plato. Learning, therefore, is what brings people together. Continue.
Welcome, parents, teachers, members of the administration, and fellow students to the 2002 graduation ceremony. Einstein once said that he had developed a new theory of eternity after listening to a long speech. So the good news is tonight, not only am I not going to deliver a long speech, I'm not planning to deliver a speech at all. Instead, I'd like to tell you a story. The story of a donkey and a well. One day, a farmer's donkey fell down into a well. For hours, the farmer tried to figure out what to do. Finally, he decided the animal was old and the well needed to be filled in, and it simply wasn't worth it to retrieve the donkey. So he invited all of his neighbors to come over and help him shovel dirt into the well.
Good evening, board members, parents, teachers, and fellow graduates. The only thing constant in life is change. Look around us. Nature's filled with change. That is why we have variety and excitement. Our life is constantly changing as we journey through the cycle from birth to death. Seasons change as the tropical sunshine of the dry season gives way to the thundering storms of the monsoon season.
Fashion, friends, classes, teachers, have they not all changed?
Yesterday, the child came out to wonder, caught a dragonfly inside a jar. Fearful when the sky was full of thunder, and tearful at the falling We're captive on the carousel of time. We can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round in the circle game. So years been by and now the boy is 20. Dreams have lost some grandeur coming through. There'll be new dreams, maybe better dreams, and plenty before the last revolving year is through. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the page rolls up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came and go round and round and round in the circle game. And go round and round and round in the circle game. Yesterday, a child came out to wander, caught a dragonfly inside.
And the graduating class of 2002. This is the last graduation speech, I will ever make. And if the graduating class of 2002 were not filled with the charming, utterly charming individuals that it is filled with, this would not have been my first graduation speech I ever heard. There's some pressure in constructing a speech like this. All the old people in the room expect me to say something memorable. Little nuggets of wisdom that help you realize what you have accomplished and what you could accomplish in your ever-blooming future. But the kiddies who put me up here today are probably hoping I say something amusing. Amusing because it's something everybody knows I'm not supposed to say. Well, I've looked over the speech a couple of times, and luckily for everyone here, you're all going to be equally disappointed. I do wish I had something special to tell you, something spectacular. I look at you sitting down there in those hard, square, goofy hats. And they are goofy hats. Look at the person beside you. That is a goofy hat. But I see those hats, and I think back to all the things I wish someone would have told me when I graduated from high school. And I come to one indomitable conclusion. Someone did tell me I probably wasn't listening. I am truly jealous of what lies ahead of you. You have the right to remain silent, to ask stupid questions. You have the right to grow your hair, dye it silly colors. You can wear sandals in the snow. You can wash your sheets on your bed, or not. And you can loiter aimlessly in pants that are far, far too large for you. Wallow in these luxuries, because tragically, they will not last. For most of you, some of you, but not all of you, High school has flown by quickly. We'll slap a coefficient of about 100 on that, and that's what your college experience will seem like. Some of you are in such a rush to grow up, get jobs, conquer the essential things. In order to lead a good, productive life, you must discover your bliss. Bliss is what makes you happy, content, proud, and satisfied that you live another day. It makes you sing about being alive, so but above all, novels have a purpose. My book would show you some of the utterly romantic will to dream and aspire. My character would have the strength to become, the courage to follow his bliss, and even if it's just a little midnight light at the end of a dock. He would also be utterly indifferent to all those parasites you like to meet, or you will meet, and that will show up at your parties uninvited. I could go on, but it's your graduation, so I won't. I do wish I was a philosopher, so I could write you a little philosophical treatise that will bliss. Bono found his at 15, Hemingway near 30, but ultimately, what makes them cool is when the world stands up and worships them, just as it will notice and stand up to worship some of you. They are not cursed with arrogance or yuppie greed, because you don't start off to be great. You start off to make something great. Popularity is irrelevant. It's about the attempt, the will to approach greatness. And if I could, I would show you the greatness that is found in creating art, building businesses, and habitat for humanity. Who cares? It's in the math club, on chessboards, and on gymnasium floors. The sublime does exist. It's when you're following your bliss. I've had the pleasure of trying to show most of you that greatness is in literature.
International Baccalaureate Diploma and Advanced Placement courses. Many of them have excelled on the playing field or have shown their considerable talents on stage or in concert or in the arts. Still others have extended themselves to others through community service and projects such as Habitat for Humanity. I particularly want to extend congratulations to those among you who, irrespective of the courses that you took or the grades that you received, worked to your capacity and achieved your personal values. Friends, and perhaps even some of the teachers who we have grown close to. Because of our nomadic existence, many of us have removed geography from our sense of home. Tonight we recognize an arrival and a departure. Tonight we celebrate a beginning and an end. The Anglo-American poet T.S. Eliot wrote, "Home is where one starts from. As we grow older, the world becomes stranger, the pattern more complicated of dead and living, not the intense moment isolated with no before or after, but a lifetime burning in every moment. And not the lifetime of one man only, but of old stones that cannot be deciphered.
525,600 minutes, 525,000 moments so deep, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee. How about love? How about love? 525,600 minutes.
525,000 journeys to your land.
525,600 minutes.
How do you measure the life of a woman or a man?
In truth that she heard, or in times that he cried.
In bridges he burns, or in the way that she died.
To sing out the story never ends. Let's celebrate and remember here in the light of Christ. Remember
Chairman of ISKL Board of Directors, Mr. Victor McCluskey, Head of School, Mr. William Powell, ISKL Board members, parents, graduate teachers, family members, we present to you the graduating class of 2002. For the front row of graduating
Suisei Oshide. Kyrie Kim, and I'm a diploma candidate with distinction in English, foreign language, and fine arts.
Toshiko Odaira, with distinctions in English, math, social studies, and science.
Tsuyoshi Plaza.